Hey everybody, how you doing? Mark here, standing in my kitchen ready to make dinner for myself tonight because Jen's off working and Vic's off working, and my oldest daughter Sarah is now living back at home, and I think she's hanging out with some friends tonight. So right now it's just me, so I thought I'd have a little bit of fun. This is going to be my last cooking video of the year, and over this past year I have gotten three ideas on a continuation on the SpaghettiO Surprise. Now, the first time that we did SpaghettiO Surprise, we did the nacho cheese Doritos, we did Cheez-Its, Funyuns, and Flamin' Hot Cheetos. And I think out of the four, I did like the nacho cheese Doritos more than anything. And then I think the Flamin' Hot Cheetos were second. But anyway, today what I want to do is I want to continue that. So I got my can of SpaghettiOs. Though this is just regular SpaghettiOs. It's not the ones with meatballs or the ones with hot dogs. Okay, this is just plain SpaghettiOs. But the secret ingredient this time is Bugles. Yeah, I think this ought to be kind of interesting. They got a nice corn flavor to them, and the shape of the Bugles and everything. I'm hoping the sauce will get in there and make them really good. That's what I'm hoping for. Unfortunately though, I couldn't get a smaller bag. So this is like a 7.5 ounce bag, and I only want a couple of ounces. So I'm just gonna grab a couple of handfuls and throw them in. But let's get the can cracked open, get it heated up on the stove. Let's go. Gonna put it on about a medium heat. Okay, so I got my SpaghettiOs in the pot, and I'm just going to slowly heat this up over medium heat until it turns nice and steamy hot. All right, guys, I think that's good enough. Nice and hot and bubbly. Pour it into my bowl here. All right, down here I got the bag of Bugles. Just going to stick a couple of handfuls in there. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'll just stir it up a little. All right, guys, here we go. SpaghettiOs with Bugles. Yeah. Hot. Not bad. There's very little flavor to an actual bugle other than the corn that it's made out of. And I can tell already that the texture of the bugle is already breaking down and getting soft just in a couple of bites. So I would think that in just a few moments of eating this, your Bugles are going to go mush. But not bad. Not bad. So I'll finish off the bowl, come back and let you know how the texture changed. And then in a couple of days, I'll do another run of SpaghettiO Surprise, and I'm not going to tell you what the next ingredient is. You got to keep watching. All right, guys. So the Bugles in the SpaghettiOs, it wasn't all that great. It really wasn't. The parts that do get covered in the sauce do get a little mushy, but not all of it really gets covered in sauce. You know, the chip is in a kind of an interesting shape, so you know, you might get some areas that just don't get covered, so they don't get soggy. So they did stay pretty crisp, so not too bad. But yeah, there's just really no flavor to these original ones. You know, it's just basically the like almost like a corn tortilla, a little salt, and that's about it. Still good though. So anyway, I'll keep the video going. We'll do another one in a few days, and I'm not going to tell you what the surprise is. So just keep watching and you'll see what the next SpaghettiO Surprise will be. Cool. Okay guys, here's another round of SpaghettiOs surprise. I got my can of SpaghettiOs. These are the no meatball, no hot dog SpaghettiOs, just plain ordinary SpaghettiOs. But today's secret ingredient is pork rinds. That's right. Now these are actually hot and spicy pork rinds, so I'm hoping that they'll add a little more flavor to the sauce. And it'd be kind of interesting to see how the texture of the pork rinds goes with the sauce, because you know it's not a corn-based product, it's made out of pig skin. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, pork rinds are basically deep fried slabs of fat. I've never really been a huge fan of pork rinds, but we'll see how they go in SpaghettiOs. All right, let's get into this. Let's pop the can and get them heating up. Try and scoop out as much as I can. Turn it to a medium heat. We'll just bring these up to a simmer. And I'm sorry if you're hearing a little bit of banging and clanging going on. There's actually a little laundry going down in the basement, and it's got something kind of metallic in there that's really hitting the dryer. So that's what the clangs are that you're hearing. So let's try one of these pork rinds, just plain. Like I said, I'm not a big, huge fan of pork rinds. So, just a little piece. It's actually a lot softer than I remember my other pork rinds being. That's got some heat to it. Holy cow. Oh yeah. Now I just hope that the spice of this carries off into the sauce in the SpaghettiOs. And this is a 1.7 ounce bag, and I think I've used 2 ounce bags of stuff in the past, but these pieces are so big, I don't know if I'm going to use the whole bag. And because the pieces are so big, I think I'm going to crush them up just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, look how big those chunks are. Yeah, I mean, and that's typically how you see pork rinds, so. Wow, that spice is good. Okay, my SpaghettiOs are just about done, so I'm going to start breaking these up a little bit. Yeah, I think that's going to be enough. Okay, I'm simmering here, so I'm going to turn off my heat. Pour the SpaghettiOs all over those pork rinds. Okay guys, here we go. SpaghettiO surprise with pork rinds. Get a nice big pork rind on the spoon there. Okay, so there was something really hard and crunchy in that piece of pork rind, but for some reason the rest of the pork rind was actually quite soft. Yeah, the texture of the pork rind is actually getting mushy. I was not expecting that. The spice is really carrying over into the sauce though. Whew. Wow, I wasn't expecting it. I think the spiciness actually intensified in flavor as compared to when I was just eating them plain. I think I'm starting to sweat. All right, well, wow, that is spicy. All right, I'm gonna finish my bowl and I'll come back and finish with you, but I don't think I'm gonna say too much more because like I said, already those pork rinds have gone to mush. So let me finish this up and I'll come back to you with my verdict, okay? All right, guys, so there was my pork rind SpaghettiO surprise. And man alive, I tell you, I had to actually stop a couple of times while I was eating because the spice of those pork rinds really carried off into the SpaghettiOs. Whew, those were spicy. Also, the texture of those pork rinds was so weird. Like I said, almost immediately they started getting soft, which I wasn't expecting that at all. But the bigger pieces that were still in there almost had a rubbery consistency. I mean, you sit there and you chew it and chew it and chew it. And yeah, it was really quite different. I mean, I don't know the words to describe it. It was like the most rubberiest, chewiest piece of like chicken or shrimp or something that you've ever had. Yeah, that was weird. That was intense. But flavor-wise, it was great. You know, all those spices got into that sauce, and the whole plate became just really hot and spicy. So that was a plus. But the texture, you know, I wanted a little bit of a crunch left in there, and I just didn't get it. So flavor-wise, it was actually pretty good. Texture-wise, that's all I can say about it. All right, so we will do another round of this, and I think next one is actually going to be the more traditional style of SpaghettiO Surprise. And one viewer made a comment that they saw it in, it was a movie called Overboard, I think that was what it was. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. If you guys haven't seen Overboard, it's a Kurt Russell movie. It's about, I think he's a captain or something like that of a ship. And they actually make SpaghettiO Surprise in the movie. And I don't know if they actually show their secret ingredient, but according to this viewer that sent me the message, they did. And she told me what it was. So I'm going to do it that way. So stay tuned for the next one, and we will get into the original SpaghettiO Surprise. All right, see you guys later. Okay, everybody, this is round 3 of the SpaghettiO Surprise, and here's my first can of SpaghettiOs. I want to apologize right now. I'm suffering through a little bit of a head cold, so if I sound a little nasally and congested, it's because I am. But I want to make this and get this last video made up. So we are going to do what's, I guess, is more of the traditional SpaghettiO Surprise, and that special ingredient is Ritz crackers. Apparently this is what they used in the movie Overboard, and I think it would be pretty decent. I'm expecting the cracker to go all mush. I'm not expecting there to be really any structural integrity to the cracker, but the buttery flavor of these crackers I think could lend some decent flavoring to the sauce. And you can also use other Ritz crackers. You don't have to use just a plain. You know, they got those with a garden veggie, and there's a garlic and herb or something like that. You know, so they do have flavored Ritz crackers as well, and I think that would even add more flavor. But in my house, all I got are these Ritz crackers, and in fact, that's all I've got left. So this is what the amount I'm going to use. I'm going to say that's probably just a little less than half of a sleeve, and let's get cooking. All right, so let's get the can cracked open here. Get them in the pot. All right, we'll get this onto a medium heat and get those heating up. Okay, that's nice and hot. Get the SpaghettiOs in my bowl here. Now when it comes to putting in the crackers, I actually want to break them up a little bit, but leave pretty big pieces. So I'm just going to grab like 4 or 5 of them and just, yeah, be really gentle when I'm breaking them apart. I think this will help ensure their integrity and that they stay firmer, just like that. Nice big chunks. I mean, look at that. Nice big chunks of Ritz cracker. Okay, but now I want to get it stirred in a little. I can already smell that buttery aroma from these crackers. I can smell that already. The bottom of the bowl is hot. All right, SpaghettiO Surprise with Ritz crackers. And actually my friend Berto, I just talked to him this past weekend, And he says that he actually uses the Ritz crackers in his every once in a while too, not just the Doritos. Yep, the cracker's already gone soft. I mean, a Ritz cracker really isn't all that crispy anyway. But yeah, interesting flavor. You know, I think if I would have used a flavored Ritz cracker, it'd have been a lot better. That light buttery flavor does carry through. Okay, well, let me finish this bowl. I'll come back and give you a little bit of a wrap up. And yeah, let's see how it goes. All right, so my bowl is gone. That is the last of my SpaghettiOs for this episode. That actually didn't turn out too bad. The cracker, it got a little mushy, but not overly. I mean, there was still a little bit of a crispy crunch in there, so it was actually pretty nice. I mean, as far as crispy as a Ritz cracker can get, it was actually really quite nice. I still like the Doritos better. And as far as this run of the 3 that I've done, the Bugles, the pork rinds, and now the Ritz, flavor-wise, the pork rinds went out of the room, okay? They were just unbelievably flavorful. All the spices and stuff in those spicy pork rinds, just like I said, I had to stop a couple of times because the spice was so strong in the SpaghettiOs. I had to cool my mouth down before I continued eating. Texture wise though, I might have to go with the Bugles in this run. I think they sustained a little bit more crunch, or I think they kept a little more crunch than the other stuff, but it's pretty close. Between the flavor of the pork rinds and the crispiness of both the Bugles and the Ritz crackers, I can't really call it. I really can't. So far though, I do like the nacho cheese Doritos best out of everything that I've tried so far. So yeah, I think that's the way I'm going to keep calling it, is so far the nacho cheese Doritos is the best flavor. So keep on sending me the requests, guys. Let me know, what do you want me to do with SpaghettiO Surprise? I was actually thinking pretzels. Maybe pretzels would work. You know, get some flavored ones like honey mustard pretzels or something like that. I might put that on the list. But keep sending me stuff and I'll keep trying them, okay? This is Mark saying thanks again for watching. Enjoy your holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I'll see you next year. Okay, bye guys.